Hi guys, my name is Magujug and welcome to the Excel shortcuts for finance professionals. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you a bunch of Excel shortcuts that I hope you will find useful in your financial analyst journey. Okay, so without wasting time, let's dive right into it. So I'll go to the Windows search bar here and I'll type Excel. Okay, and then I'll open a new Excel. Um, Here I'll open a blank Excel workbook. All right, and then I'll enlarge this, and then I'll close here so that I will have um, a little bit of space. Right, so that's perfect. So for those of you who are starting out in the journey of learning Excel, I just need to teach you a few basics, okay? Just for a start. Okay, so you see this here is the entire workbook, all right? As you can see here, it's written book 1, right? So this is the entire Excel workbook. So an Excel workbook can contain many worksheets. So this is a sheet. Here you see it's written sheet 1, and here I can add a new sheet. I can even add a new sheet there, but I will delete this one. Okay, and I will also delete this sheet too. So, and this here is a cell. You see when I'm moving my cursor there, you see that now I'm in cell A1. You see it's cell A1 here, and if I move to this cell, it's cell B1. So this is the name of this cell, okay? And this right here that I've highlighted is a column, right? And this right here that I've highlighted is a row. So the way Excel works is it's designed in such a way that you can work with rows, you can work with columns, and you always work with rows and columns. Okay, so that's perfect. And here this is a formula, this is a form you can insert functions here. This is a formula bar, and this right here is a property bar, okay, or a property panel, right? This is and this is the home panel, where you can find tons of useful functions in Excel. Here you get to change the font size and everything. So right now I would like to understand that you have got a little bit of knowledge of how Excel works, okay? Because you now know about cells, you now know about the workbook, the sheets, and the columns. Okay, that's perfect. It's time to get started. All right. So what we are going to do in this section of the tutorial, this is the section. This is part 1 of the tutorial. In the next section of this of the Excel shortcut for finance professionals, I'm going to teach you how to build an income statement, right? But for in this tutorial, I'm going to just show you some cool Excel shortcuts, and these shortcuts will help us to build an income statement later on in the next tutorial. Okay, so right now let's begin. Okay, so right, just so here what I want to I just want to see the performance. Okay, so I'll just say ZSC performance. Okay, ZSC counter performance. Okay, so companies that are public and are listed on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, those ones are called counters. Okay, so here I'm just saying Zimbabwe Stock Exchange company performance. So counter stands for company. Okay, so what's happening here is we have got a bunch So here we are going to put, we need to just set headings here. So we're going to say date there, and here we are going to write counter. So this is counter A, and this is counter B, and this is counter counter C. Perfect. All right, so let's save our workbook. So I'll just file and then save, and I will choose I'll just choose resources. Okay, and then I'll just write Excel shortcuts for finance professionals. Okay, that's the name. Right, so this is great. I like this. Okay, perfect. Right, so now here what we want to do right now, we want to add a background color, right, on this row. Okay, so we are going to we want to highlight the column date, counter A, counter B, and counter C. So to do that, we are going to hold down shift on the keyboard and press the right arrow, okay, like so, and this will, and release, and this will highlight these columns. Okay, so to add color, background color on this row, we are going to say Alt H, okay, and press H again. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I just want you to follow along very well. Okay, don't get lost. So first of all, I said we have to hold down shift on your keyboard and press the right arrow to select this row. Okay, and once you have selected, release, right, and then press Alt on your keyboard and then press, as you can see here, when you press Alt on your keyboard, you see these keys there on top here. So to select the home, just select H. So H, and we want to add background color, so just focus on this section. So we are going to press H again. Okay, and this gives us this drop down where we can choose the colors. So I'm going to play around with the arrows on my keyboard to select the color that I want. So I'm just going to choose I want to choose this color, this blue color, dark blue there, and then I'll press enter on my keyboard. Okay, so as you can see, we have added a background color on this row. So let's select again this row to change the font color, because as you can see, we can't read anything, we can't see the names of these columns. So now that we've selected again, press Alt H and FC to change the font color. So FC stands for font color. So I'm just going to play around with the arrows on my keyboard, and then I'll press enter. Okay, like so. And now let's bold. So now that I've released, right, let's select again and bold. Okay, so to bold, just press Ctrl plus B on your keyboard. So Ctrl B will bold this text. So this is fantastic, as you can see right now. It's looking pretty well. Okay, so this is great, guys, and it's a great start. Okay, so now let's put the date. So we just want to say the date is 01/08 and 2021. Okay, perfect. Right, and then we just want to trace the ZSE counter performance for 5 days. Okay, 5 working days. So 02, 0, like so, and 03, 08, like so, and then 0 and then 04, 08, and then 05, 08, and like so, which is perfect. Okay, so now that this is a 5, this is August 1 to 5 August. Okay, so let's just say counter A, the stock price. Okay, the stock price was on the 1st of August. The stock price was, let's just say it's just a random number. Okay, so let's just say the counter was 30.50. Okay, and then the following day the stock price was let's just say 299. Okay, and then here let's just say 89, and let's just say 410, and here let's just say 499. Okay, so let's just, these are the stock price, and mind you that this stock price, they are in ZW dollars, and these are cents. Okay, so these are cents, right? So it's 3,050 cents, which is equivalent to $30.5. Okay, but these are cents, which is great. So let's go back to, let's get to counter B. So let's just say counter B, it's the stock price was 1.56. okay, and let's check there. We are just inputting random figures there, so let's just say 1350, and let's just say 1360, and 1399, and then 1400. Okay, let's come back here and just say 511, and then let's say 4556, and then 57879, and then 6050, and then let's just say 5088. okay, so this is great. Okay, now we have got our data. These are the stock price for company counter A, counter B, and counter C. Okay, which is great, right? So what we need to do right now is we just need to change the font size. Okay, so let's change the font size. Right, so to change the font size, what we are going to do is, let's just select the entire workbook, or the entire sheet, I mean, right? So to select the entire sheet, just on your keyboard press Control A, like so, right? And to access, we want to access the formatting area. We don't want to use this, but we just want to access the formatting area very quickly. So to do that, we are going to say Control 1 on your keyboard. So Control 1 on your keyboard, and then this format, the format, we will access the formatting area. So hover over to font, and then use your arrows to scroll down, and let's choose Arial Narrow. Okay, and the font style there is let's choose regular, and the font size is 11, and then let's press enter on the keyboard. So when we release, you see we have changed our font type. Okay, and this is looking great, right? So now we have added our background, we have changed the color of the font, we have even changed the font type, and I've taught you how to access the formatting area, and I've taught you how to bold. Okay, let's bold this. I haven't shown you yet, so let's bold this. Highlight, press, hold down Shift and press the right arrow, and then on your keyboard press Control B to bold. okay, which is great. So this is looking great so far. So we just need to add some decimal places there. So to add some decimal place, just on your keyboard, hold down Control and Shift, and then use the downward arrow. Press the downward arrow, and then it will reach there, and then press the right arrow to select all this. And then on your keyboard again, hold down Control, Shift, and the exclamation mark on your keyboard. Right, perfect. And that will get us these decimal places. But let me undo. So to undo this, I'll say Control Z. Okay, there's another way that I want to show you how you can add these decimal places. All right, so let's hold down Control plus Shift, and let's press the downward arrow again, press the right arrow, and release. Okay, and then press Alt, press H, and press 0 on your keyboard, and that will add one decimal place. If you want to add two decimal places or another decimal place, then press Alt on your keyboard, H again, and 0, like so. Okay, if you want to add three decimal place, another decimal place there, press Alt on your keyboard, H, and 0 again. If you want to remove zeros, then do this: press Alt on your keyboard, press H for home, and then press 9 on your keyboard to remove zeros. Okay, so this is the quickest way that you can use to remove zeros, decimal places on numbers. Okay, so this is perfect. This is great, right? So I just want to align this date to the center. I just want my date to be on the to align it to the center. Okay, so all you need, just click on that cell where the date where the date is written, and then press Alt on your keyboard and press H, and then press AR. Okay, AR will center it right, but we just want to center it. So to center it on the middle, we will press again Alt, H, and AC, right, on your keyboard, and that will center it. Okay, so this is great. This is looking great so far. All right, so we need to right now we have interest to see how the counters are performing. So we need to add a column in between here, and also a column in between counter B and counter C. So to add a column in between counter A and counter B, press in the cell counter B, and then on your keyboard press Alt, press H, and if you look closely here, you'll see this is the insert section. So what you are going to do is you press I. Okay, and when you press I, you will get these options to insert cells, but we want to insert a column. So to insert a column, just press C, and there you get to insert a column. So to insert a column between counter B and counter C, let's do this much quicker now. So we are going to say press Alt on your keyboard, press H, and press I, and press C to add a column. Okay, so which is perfect, right? So now we just want to also let's write here in these columns change in percentage. Okay, and let's write here change in percentage, right? Change, these are percentage changes. Okay, right. So what we want to do, we want to highlight this column, and we want to center everything. So what you're gonna do is hold down Control Shift and using the downward arrow like so, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to press Alt H AC. Okay, and we're gonna move to the next column for change in percentage, and then we are going to do the same. Hold down Control and using the downward arrow, and then press Alt on your keyboard H and AC, and then the last one we are going to do the same. Hold down Control Shift downward arrow and then press Alt H AC to center everything. Okay, right now we need to bold this, so we just say Control B, and then we want to add the background. You see we don't have a background in this, so we are going to quickly do that. Alt H, and then we choose like so. Okay, and okay, and then we add the background. And now we just want to change the font color, so change the font color, press Alt H FC, and then let's choose white. Okay, perfect. So this is looking great so far. All right, so this is great. So let's just check whether these are dates for sure. So let's highlight this. So hold down Shift on your keyboard, press the the upward arrow on your keyboard, and then on your keyboard again press Control. Okay, so on your highlight this again, hold down Shift, upward arrow, and then on your keyboard again press Control exclamation mark, and or Control 1. That's the it's Control plus 1 to access the formatting area. Okay, and then here go to number, and under category make sure that the date is the date category is selected, and then press enter on your keyboard. So let's do this again. Highlight this, hold down Shift and upward arrow, and then to access the formatting area press Control 1 on your keyboard, as you can see. Then that's perfect. So this is great. So let's use some formulas here to calculate the percentage changes here. All right, so to calculate the percentage change there, we are going to say equals. Okay, remember when we are calculating percentage change, we say the end stock price minus the beginning stock price divided by the beginning. Okay, but we are going to use another formula there. We are going to divide the end price with the beginning price minus 1. Okay, so to do that we are saying like so. We're going to divide 2999 divided by 350 minus 1, and we press enter like so. Okay, and then we just drag this to fill this right. So, and then we do the same here. We just say equals 1350 divided by 1256 minus 1. That's it. And then we just drag this like so. Okay, and then here we say equals 4556 divided by 5011 minus 1, and then we just drag this. Okay, this is great for now. All right, but I'm going to show you some cool formulas as we go on, so that you don't drag and it's time consuming. All right, so this is great so far. So we want to change these percentage. Remember, you see these are 0.01, but we just want to change them to percentages. Okay, to percent, into percent and stuff. So to do that, we are going to highlight all of them. Okay, so we want to change this to percentage. Okay, so to change this to percentage, we're going to say we're going to do this. On your keyboard, press Alt, press H, and press P. Okay, as you can see, so we just want to add 2 decimal places there on these percentages. So to do that, we keep them highlighted like that. Okay, and then we have done this before, so we are going to say Alt on our keyboard, press H for home, and then press 0 to add a decimal place. And let's do this one more time. Press Alt on your keyboard, press H, press 0. Okay, and let's do this now. We are doing this quicker, so we are going to say Alt HP, right? Okay, so let's reduce this number there. It's not okay. Perfect. All right, so let's do this again. So we are going to say Alt H0, Alt H0. Okay, this is so fast. Let's do this again. Alt HP and Alt H0, Alt H0. Okay, so this is great. All right, so we have successfully changed these numbers into percentages and stuff, and which is a cool thing, right? So what do we want to do right now? Let's cut this and let's paste it somewhere here like so. Okay, and let's highlight this and let's bold by saying Ctrl B on our keyboard. So this is great. Okay, so let's see. As you can see, if I scroll down right now, this gets hidden. Okay, like so. But let's say I want to freeze panels. I want to freeze this top section there, such that when I scroll down, I'll see the date, the counter, the change, percentage change, and stuff. Okay, so how can we do that? It's simple. We're just going to click on this cell, that is A5, and then after we've clicked on A5, we're going to just say press Alt on your keyboard and press W on your keyboard and press F to freeze panels, and just select freeze panels and press enter. So as you can see, if I scroll down, these remain visible, not hidden. Okay, which is great. Now that I've shown you this, we just want to remove all these grid lines. So how can we do that? How can we remove these grid lines? Okay, so to remove these grid lines, let's just click here or anywhere, right? And then on your keyboard, press Alt, right? Press W and press VG. As you can see, we have successfully removed the grid lines. Okay, so let's say I want to print this. Okay, let's say I want to print this. See, sometimes it's easier to change the page layout. But how can we do that? Because normally when you are doing your financial analysis, it's recommended to do it to change the page layout to landscape, not portrait, because this by default this sheet is in portrait format. So how do we change that? So click anywhere and then press Alt on your keyboard. So press Alt, Alt, and then press P, that is page layout, and then press O for orientation. As you can see, let's click on landscape. Okay, and this is such that when you try to print this, it will print in full. But when you keep it on when you keep it in the format for portrait, it won't print right. Okay, so now this is cool. All right, so let's see, because normally this is so disturbing because I can't see. Yes, this is a negative, but I just want it to be more visible than this, because like now they are in the same color. This is all black, but let's change this to red such that when we send this sort of a report to someone, a layman, he can understand by just looking at the numbers that these are in red, which means this is the days in which the stock price fell. Okay, so fell down. Okay, so let's just try to change this. Okay, so to change the font color, we are going to just press Alt on our keyboard, HFC, and then here we get to choose the red. Okay, perfect. Now that we've chosen red, I'm just going to show you another cool functionality, another shortcut in Excel where we want to keep the same format in the same font color and stuff for all the red ones. Okay, so to do that, just on your keyboard click on this red one that we've just changed there, and on your keyboard press Ctrl C to copy, and then on now press Alt on your keyboard, press H, press V, press S to paste special, and then press T to copy the format. Okay, that's what we do. But right now I did this just to show you. Right now I just want to copy this format to the color I want to copy to this. Okay, so how can we do that? We are going to follow the same step to paste special using this shortcut. So to do that, I'm going to press Alt on my keyboard, H, I'm going to press V, I'm going to press S and T to copy the format. So as you can see right now, I've successfully changed this to red. So let's change this again. As long as this as long as the cell that we've copied is still highlighting like this, we can use F4 to just copy the color like that, and that's it, that's done. Okay, so now to disable this the selected cell, we can press escape on our keyboard. So press escape, and that's it. Okay, so I've shown you how to add I've shown you how to add columns, and I just also want to show you how to add another row. Okay, so to do that, let's come here. Okay, we just want to add a row there. Okay, so how can we do that to add a row? Remember, we are going to just use this shortcut again. So we are going to say press Alt on your keyboard, press Alt and press H for home, and then press O for format. Okay, okay, this is for changing the width. Okay, so we are going to press Alt again, press H and press I, like what we did the other time, but this time around we are going to press R to insert rows. So press R. Okay, so as you can see, we have successfully added another row there. Okay, so let's try to add another one there. Now in a much quicker way. So to add a row there, we are going to press Alt on our keyboard, press H, press I, press R. That's how we add. That's how we add the rows. So right now we just want to increase the size of, we just want to edit the column width of our columns. Okay, so the first thing to do, hold down Shift on your keyboard, press right arrow to select these column names. So once we've done that, press Alt on your keyboard, press H, press O to format. So since we just want to edit the column width, we are going to select W, and then we change the column width to 30, and then we press OK, like so. So as you can see, we have successfully changed the width of our columns. And let's select again. Okay, so as you can see, let's select counter A and let's align counter A right to the right side. Okay, so to do that, press Alt on your keyboard, press H and press AR. Okay, so let's do that quickly on the remaining counters. Okay, so we are going to press A on our keyboard, H and AR to align right. Press Alt, press H, press AR, like so. So this is looking great, guys, and this is perfect. So let's try to change the row width. Okay, so to do that, let's just hold down Control Shift on our keyboard and the downward arrow and then the right arrow whilst we are holding down Control and Shift, and like so. Okay, release Control, hold down Shift, and then like so. Okay, release everything. Right, let's try to alter to edit the row width. Okay, so to do that, we are going to press Alt on our keyboard, H, and we are also going to press Format for O, and then to edit the row height, not the width, the row height, we are going to press H. Okay, and like so, let's just change the row height to 17. Perfect. All right, so this is great. All right, this is great. So this is how you do these things. Okay, this is how you, so I've taught you many things here, you see. So I hope, guys, you have found this tutorial useful, and I hope you are going to make use of these shortcuts to further your career in financial analysis. And I wish you all the best. And guys, don't forget to like my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe, and God bless you. And stick around, guys. There's a next tutorial that I'm going to show you how to use all these skills when we are going to build an income statement from scratch. So thank you, guys, and don't forget to click the subscribe button. Thank you so much.